Yes!
If you're looking for Northwest Allen County schools, look no further. Brownstone Manor is located off of Old 3, just north of Schoaf Road.
Thank you.
All right, who wants pizza? I got it.
Hey, basketball! This is our favorite time of the year.
Here they come.
I've got the popcorn.
Dave, this is absolutely the best.
Okay, Toby, Diane.
Oh, absolutely.
Luke, Diane.
Wait, Granite Ridge koozies.
Granite Ridge Koozie. Here we go, Luke.
Is this not the best time in the world? This is
so
March
awesome.
basketball tournament
Yes,
time.
I love it.
Okay, which one's winning right now? Who's on it? Who's
Team
with
with the most call.
I can't tell which one to watch. So many. This is awesome.
This is great.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
He shoots.
Score! Yes! Yes! Luke, think fast.
Hey, this is exciting. Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Custom Builders team, including Tony Ranke, our president. We're glad you've joined us. We enjoy sharing with you what it takes to build a custom home in our area. We build custom homes in northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, parts of southern Michigan. And today's going to be an exciting show, I think.
Man,
It's March and
I
basketball.
am so excited. I have never seen 6 TVs. I feel like I'm part of the action here.
Oh, it's exciting. We got basketball in the middle and General Hospital over here to the left.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, you know what? You guys have been here for 2 weeks straight. It's getting kind of old staying in my house. So, but you know what? This theater seating is awesome with 6 TVs. Look at the way we're all enjoying it together. This is fun.
It's definitely a new take on what we've been doing for a while. Instead of the platform seating, we're getting rid of the platforms. That way it's more conversation and kind of goes with that open floor plan that you see in the rest of the house.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think of the way the theaters have evolved and how the TVs have evolved. Look how big they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we have one at the Next Step house that's 120 inches.
Got to see that thing.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Tone, thanks for joining us.
Hey, I couldn't help but overhearing you guys talking about the theater rooms. My favorite has got to be the Next Step house, like you were talking about. That's the ceiling. That fiber optic ceiling. It has all the stars in the sky. Sitting there watching the game, having that going. It's by far one of my favorite entertainment areas.
Absolutely. If even this weekend we're going to have the games on, all I can suggest is everybody come out to Flutter Road, the Next Step house. If you want to watch the most unbelievable TV and also the theater seating with the fiber optics, come on out. But we still have a problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are we going to do for a show? This is great. I enjoy it too, Izzy, but what are we going to talk about?
Hey, what's up?
We still have to do
Yeah,
something.
come on
to
over.
talk
We got
about.
plenty of room, plenty of pizza. Come on over.
Everybody said,
Ceilings, we talked about the fiber optics.
what's up?
What's up? Wait, you know, about 3 weeks ago, we did what's underfoot.
Right.
Why don't we do this? Let's go what's up as far as our ceiling. Ceilingscaping is probably one of the biggest trends with trim.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
The sky's the limit. Let's do it.
Okay, wait, let's talk about this. You guys give me some ideas. What is some of your favorite ceilings that you can think of right now?
I love coffered ceilings.
Okay, like
Wood
beams?
or
Like
drywall, yes,
okay.
yes, I love beams.
drywall or painted?
I like the painted, but I can go either way.
Okay, so what other ceilings can we talk
I
about?
love the tray ceilings that have the floating crown molding and the light kits in there. Those
Master
are my
bedrooms
favorite,
probably. What else?
We just did a cathedral with some open trusses, some wood beams. I love
Oh.
the natural rustic look.
That's cool.
You know what? There's a lot of ceilings. in
What
there.
about stained glass in the ceiling?
Ooh,
That's
How
about going outside and having a pergola for a ceiling.
those are ceilings. That's what's up.
Right?
I got another what's up. We took a very big, large cathedral ceiling. We stuck a Juliet balcony up there. That's what's up.
That's cool.
We use that.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
How about the one that we did with the beam ceilings, and then we had a map painted on the ceiling itself? Why don't we show our audience that?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think we have enough for a TV show?
I think we do.
Yeah.
All right, let's break off in a couple of us and let's start doing this. But I'll be waiting here for a few of these shows. All right, let's go for it in a few minutes. All
Okay.
right, that's a couple seconds here.
I'm full of good ideas.
Let's
I don't even know it.
Let's run a commercial real fast so we can stay and watch the end of this game.
That's right. All right.
Are you looking for a home in Leo Schools? Look no further than Saddle Creek Estates. It's on Whitmer Road, and find your map at graniteridgebuilders.com.
Tony, there's two words that we would like our audience to know about today. It's called Ceilingscaping as well as Trimscaping.
Yep, we coined those terms probably about 5 or 6, 7 years ago. Now, one thing we'd like to explain is what we're looking at here is some cornice crown mold. Probably the basics of any kind of trim is this. And what we're showing you here, you can take an 8-foot ceiling, just by putting some depth to this crown molding, you can make this ceiling look 9 or sometimes even 10 foot. A couple cases where we have 14-foot ceilings, it'll actually drop the ceiling, which is interesting. Okay, now one other thing I'd like to identify today is 3 parts of any cornice or corner like this. Technically, this is called an entablature. That was a Roman Greek term 2,000 years ago, and here's what it technically means. There's 3 parts. The crown molding, Dave, or the bed molding is this piece up here. Okay. The flat board that you see. In fact, you've seen that in like Georgian architecture on the outside of a building. That's called a frieze. Okay. There's one other term down at the bottom of this, if you had a third piece, that's called the architrave. So many times when you see crown molding, you might identify those 3 pieces, but it's trimscaping and ceilingscaping.
Tony, another example of trimscaping is right here in this hallway where we have a 9-foot ceiling and we've done something different around the door. To bring it more into proportion, we brought a little bit of a back band into it, in order to bring it more into proportion and the size of the room itself.
Yeah, because it gave that head casing just that much extra height that brought the 9-foot into proportion with the rest of the room.
Absolutely.
These are great tips. Dave, you done?
I'm done. All set. I think we made it.
I am too. This is probably the most fun transition hallway we've ever done in our career, okay? What we finished up here was a couple different things on this ceiling. Now, what are some of the identification points that you find?
Well, one of the neat things I see is this, the barn beams, which we have access to many more if anybody wants some.
So they could just give you a call. We do have a lot of barn beams. We're putting them on mantles right now. But we took this one and put it over here. We also put this is a corbel. Now, that's not a bracket. A corbel technically is a brace or bracket, but it's a thicker piece. So when you see that, you'll see corbel. Now, what's on the ceiling, Dave?
Oh, that's really neat. I think that is the reclaimed wood from barns, actually.
So I want to find out which barn you destroyed when you took these pieces off.
I'm not going to tell a guy.
But that's kind of fun to see, too. And then we took another 2 beams. We put one this way, none perpendicular, and we chamfered those little small ones. Put those together. Also, the corner, or the cornice that we call the crown mold. This is a dentile mold. Again, going back to that Roman architectural style, this was probably one of the second most popular trims that they used to use, and that's called dentile molding. But, I don't know about you, I still think this is probably one of the funnest ones we've ever done.
I think it's gorgeous. I love it.
You know what, we can get back to that basketball.
Let's go.
You got 2 more nails to put in, and I do 2, and let's play.
Let's go real quick.
Magnolia Meadows, the fastest growing community in southwest Allen County, located off Hamilton and Illinois roads. Get your map at graniteridgebuilders.com.
Lonnie, that said we have to be done with our cooking by halftime for those guys.
This is a lot of work.
And they are hungry too. So
They're hungry. I got an idea. Let's go with pizza.
Oh yeah, let's tell them we did it. They won't know the difference.
Hey, it's only 3 days old.
They won't care.
Hey, aren't we talking about what's up today?
We are. Now, do you have any ideas in here what we can kind of talk about?
Yeah, there's quite a few things right above us. So this is one of my favorites. It's actually a faux tin blocks. It's in sheets, so this comes as a 12-inch by 12-inch. We even have some that come 4 foot by 8 foot, so you can really span a whole area, and they're probably $75 or less per sheet, and you have this really great, unique look that you can have a lot of different textures or metal accents.
So what did you do on trimming it then?
So then we trimmed it with a chair rail, so you could do something like that, and then you would probably never even guess, but what's after that? That's actually wallpaper. So wallpaper isn't just for walls, it can be for ceilings too.
Now here's what I noticed, especially in the kitchen, you can have a lot of fun with cornice crown molds. You know, they're right in the corner. This happens to be an egg and dart. Now do you guys know what an egg and dart stands for?
I like eggs, but no, tell me.
Back in the Greek and Roman days, this was one of the most popular trims that they ever had. Egg was for life and dart was for death, so it's kind of that life and death type thing. But there is a lot of other crown molds. Our cabinet companies have some. We obviously do a lot of trim work, and we're going to talk about that a little later in the show.
And I also noticed, Tony, when it comes to crown molding and cornice molds, you know, for a few $100s, you can accent a whole room.
Oh, absolutely.
And speaking of neat ideas and accents, as I understand it, Tony, this is a faux brick?
Yeah.
Not a
In
real
fact,
brick?
it's really interesting. Why would we use a faux brick instead of a real brick?
Why would we use a real brick?
Yeah.
Well, like outside we'll use real brick, but inside
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of reasons why we go to faux.
Yeah, one reason is, let's say we're in a basement, okay? What can happen is it could be too much weight.
A lot of weight.
So, and if you notice, this looks identical to brick.
It really does, and as I understand it, it's only about a quarter the size of a brick, so space thing as well.
Absolutely. And look what it did for this kitchen area.
Oh man,
Makes
it
a
really
huge
makes it.
difference.
So, let me show you some other stuff over here.
Canyon Bay and Northwest Allen County Schools off Gump Road. Find your map at graniteridgebuilders.com.
Oh, I was so close. Too.
I thought they were going to win it. I really thought they were going to pull it
I was
out.
pulling for him, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some ceilingscaping, guys.
The ceilingscaping is a very important part of what we're talking about today with What's Up. When we have the open concept, which is hugely popular right now, one of the things that people haven't thought through all the time is to really add ceiling accents. That ceilingscaping inside an open concept can make a world of difference. We even got some here, Dave. Tell us about what we see here.
Absolutely. Just in this 2 rooms alone, you see a big difference. We have an 8-foot ceiling going basically to a cathedral ceiling.
And don't forget to dress up the ceilings. You can do beams or trusses and struts. You can even inlay wood up there. And the other thing that really makes a difference is lighting. Ceiling fans or chandeliers, it's a huge player in all of this.
Another way, Kayla, to make more natural light in is to add some extra windows, which we're seeing a lot of with the cathedral ceilings.
Definitely.
And no discussion about ceilingscaping is complete without talking about box trays. Of course, box trays come in many different sizes. Many times it's just the regular foot deep, or sometimes they do them smaller, just about an inch, or even I've seen double box tray ceilings. And of course, my favorite is the floating crown molding inside to accentuate it.
And don't forget to think about the color in those tray ceilings. You can do a fun accent color or something really neutral, but that'll make a big difference in the overall scheme.
Villas of Forest at Foxwood is conveniently located off of Wheelock Road Northeast. Pond lots, villa lots, and single-family sites are available.
You know, Luke, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about specific rooms in a home and specialty rooms like music rooms. We got a piano here, but where are we standing?
Well, here's a guess. The front door is right behind you.
Right, and look up there. There's a clear story window.
Yeah, that clear story window adds a lot of natural daylight to this foyer here.
So I guess what we're seeing is as these foyers have gotten larger, ceiling heights and applications have changed and gotten larger.
Yep.
And what do we got going on in here, for example?
Well, like you mentioned, we got a real nice tall ceiling here, and one way we kind of brought that ceiling down was we added that big, nice, thick crown at the edge of the ceiling.
Right, and I know a lot of times crown molding only comes in about 3 to 4, maybe even 5-inch wide materials, but we can do something up here to kind of make it look larger as opposed to something really, really small.
Yeah, you mentioned if we would put a 4-inch crown up there because it's such a tall ceiling, that 4-inch crown would look really thin. It just wouldn't look right. Here we did more like a 12-inch, and we actually did a built-up crown, so there's several pieces put together that gives it that depth.
And sometimes we can take the middle part, which we call the frieze, and actually eliminate it, bring the 2 parts apart further, and then paint it, and it looks like...
Yeah, it looks like one solid piece at that point.
Less expensive.
Yeah, and then look at this staircase here.
Yeah, I really enjoy this rounded or curved
Yeah,
stair.
it's got a curved stair here. That adds about $5,000 to a house.
Okay.
And then you'll never believe what this handrail is made out of.
Looks like wood, but it's soft.
Yeah, it's actually leather.
Wow, okay. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of beautiful, where'd you learn to play like that, Izzy?
Taught myself.
Really?
Okay, well,
Yeah. Maybe only so I can play.
maybe you can play
Maybe
it
not so well.
Harbor Villas at Chapman's Bridge. You can find this community off Wheelock Road or at graniteridgebuilders.com.
When we have homeowners come in to build, one of the biggest talking points is, where's that TV going to go?
Yeah, and one of the first questions is, okay, each room's going to be a little bit different, and you really want to pay attention to where's their line of sight going to be. So like for this example, we're in a master bedroom here. You can see the fireplace is actually elevated pretty high. It's about 32 inches above. Well, that's so when they're laying in bed, they can still see the fireplace. If that would have been down on the ground, they wouldn't have even been able to see the flame.
And in the past, it was not really a big deal about the TV because our TVs have changed. Now we hang them, so it's more of a talking point. They're just not in a piece of furniture.
Right.
Lots of options.
Correct. And here you can see we've actually put the TV next to the fireplace again, so in the master bedroom you can actually see both at the same time and not either be looking up or having to put multiple pillows behind you to be able to actually see your TV. So this would be a good setup for that natural line of sight. Now a lot of people, you're seeing it today, they're putting it above the fireplace, and we got another example of that in this house. Why don't we go take a look at that?
Now here we have the TV up higher, but this is a completely different application.
Yeah, here we're actually in a hearth room that's located directly off the kitchen. Now, I would say this would be okay because a lot of times the TV isn't your main focus. You might be prepping, either supper or multitasking in this room, and the TV is, again, more of a secondary thing where you're just kind of maybe keeping an eye on the score of the game. But now, if you were going to sit down and watch this entire game, sit down on a couch, always looking up like that, that's where we're talking about line of sight. That wouldn't be a comfortable setting.
And again, that's where the debate comes in when it comes to a great room. Where's that TV going to go? So oftentimes I'll recommend pre-wire for your TV on the wall as well as above your fireplace, because you never know when you get into the home how you're going to want to have that TV. Some people do have couches they like to recline and look up, but many other people want it at the eye level.
Yep.
All right, Luke, there's nothing better than playing pool, watch a little bit of game here.
We got $10 on this one?
Well, yeah, of course.
Hey, you better win. I have a lot riding on this here.
Oh, hey.
Very nice.
All right.
Well, I got a really great stud tip for everyone. If you want to make your party a little bit more festive, especially in the lower level, take Christmas lights and hang them up around the perimeter of your lower level, and it makes a huge difference for a party. That was
Nice shot.
Nolan Meadows in beautiful Angola, Indiana, right across the street from the YMCA. Find your map at graniteridgebuilders.com.
Man, I love this time of year.
I absolutely agree.
Basketball. What are you doing, Tony?
I'm fixing the ceiling.
With toothpaste?
With toothpaste. Toothpaste is the perfect thing to fix any kind of popcorn ceiling.
You gotta brush your teeth first or something?
It does help.
Well, Lonnie, supposedly that toothpaste does prevent cavities.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, Izzy, that one goes there, and Tony, right back here.
Okay, Izzy, I love this outdoor living. We're selling so much of this in the Villa area, but also, Kayla, we're talking about what's up. Izzy and I just got done installing the ceiling. It was fun, it was easy. Would you explain to our audience what this is and why it's so easy and fun?
This is actually a laminate wood flooring put on the ceiling. So it's really easy to do. It's just like installing it on the floor, but you have to nail it up to the ceiling, and it creates such a different look and ambiance. You can do it in a screen porch, in a covered porch, something with easy breeze windows. It's great for all scenarios.
And here's another fun little idea. What we did here was we made a log home feeling out of a screen and porch. All we took was cut logs, attached them as siding. Isn't this fun?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You know what? We still got some basketball to play. Come on, yes.
Elizabeth, we're out here taking a little break from tournament time. Outdoor living is one of my favorite areas, and it's something that's trending very hotly in our area, especially with our villa living. And we're underneath a pergola, which is one of my favorite pieces outside.
It's beautiful. It's so relaxing. Now, I know there's a lot of history when it comes to a pergola. Tony, can you fill us in?
On the history of the pergola, I'd be happy to. Actually, pergola is a Latin word meaning extended eave. So when it first started talking about pergolas, it was actually taking them out from the house itself. But if you go back into the Roman times, pergolas were used a lot in the Roman baths back in the extremely early years. And then from there, they've just evolved to where they are today.
What a great way to add some character to your backyard, another place to relax. Now, you guys, I need to show you what one of the hottest trends is when it comes to a pergola. There's a great way to dress it up. I want to show you. Follow me.
Let's go.
Okay, this is another pergola I wanted to show you. Isn't it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
Now, you know what you can do with this? You can drape it. Watch this. By simply adding some drapes, you can make a dramatic difference on your pergola.
That is an awesome What's Up stud tip.
Here's another exciting outdoor trend, a gazebo. It'll always remind me of my childhood with my grandfather. Growing up, we built one together, and our families actually used it constantly during the summer.
Right, just a freestanding porch. And look what's up here. We've got 8 sides on this ceiling.
Better than a fire outside. Luke.
Guys, I got some more wood.
Oh,
Tony,
good.
we're out of wood. Can you go grab us some more?
Okay.
I love this spot. There's so much to talk about right here. I know we're doing a lot of covered porches and pergolas, but look at this one. Luke, explain what we have going on here.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, this is a covered porch. It can either be attached to the house or it can be freestanding out in the yard. In this case here, we got nice exposed rafters. And on the edge, you can see we actually have an exposed rafter tail. And we actually tripled that up outside of the eave there to give it even more definition. And then you can see we got a beautiful truss that runs up there. It's kind of a web truss, just again make it more of a rustic look.
We had a lot of fun with this one. The fireplace, you could do a gas fireplace, a wood-burning fireplace.
Yep, you can get wood inserts so you don't have to mess with the firewood. Like Tony's out there chopping wood right now, you don't have to worry about that in some of those cases.
This one even has a fun ceiling fan. You can really get creative. Now, my favorite part about this is it's set up for a TV.
Yeah. We got a couple models, Dave, don't we?
Absolutely. Out at Chapman's Bridge, we have a great model to show this, and also out at the Villas of Gray Oaks.
And both of them have fireplaces. So feel free to stop out any Sunday. We'd love to show you these homes. One is on the southwest side of Fort Wayne and one is on the northeast side. For more information, call us or visit our website.
Oh, I love this feeling.
Are you looking for a home in Leo Schools? Look no further than Saddle Creek Estates. It's on Whitmer Road, and find your map at graniteridgebuilders.com.
Hey Elizabeth, don't you just love these Julia balconies?
I do love this. This is such a unique feature you could add to a home. We have a cathedral ceiling here, so it's set up perfectly for this. We're actually just off of a bedroom, so it has a door, you can open or close it.
The nice thing about this Julia balcony is we're actually looking out into about 20-foot windows. So we've got a lot of natural light coming in here through the balcony, which can actually help out the bedroom itself. Plus you can talk to everyone who's down below. I mean, this just adds so much to this living room area.
And really, for $2,500 to about $4,000, it's a great addition to your home.
And something that everyone will talk about when they come visit you.
We've done this in several of our homes. It's been really popular.
Hey, there's your mom.
Are you looking for a community that you can have your own outbuilding? Look no further than River Hollow off Flutter Road. Lot sizes from ½ acre to 2 acres plus.
Well, when we have homeowners come in and we're talking about what's up when it comes to ceilings, a lot of discussion is the big 2-story great room ceilings. We're seeing people go away from those, go to a flat ceiling, something more of a 12-foot or a 14-foot, and then adding a coffer in that.
You're right, Elizabeth. Coffered refers to sunken panels, and it goes back all the way to Greek and Roman days when they actually made those panels out of stone, and they were supportive panels.
Nowadays, these are more of a faux, so it's typically made out of wood, could be a wood beam, could
Yeah,
be
maybe
drywall.
just a box beam that we wrap with drywall, or an actual wood beam, even made out of poplar and stain, which is beautiful.
These are a great focal point to your home, so when you walk in the great room, something beautiful to look at. There's a lot of nice ways to accent that as well. In each box, you could add some crown molding. You could have a different ceiling color there, so you could go something real dark and dramatic, so some neat ideas.
You're right, and for $1,500, maybe to $4,000 or $5,000, you can do a really beautiful thing in your ceilings when it comes to coffered ceilings. Before we leave this room, let's take a look at this ceiling a little bit more in detail. It's incredible. What do we have up here?
This is incredible. Now, of course, this is a cathedral ceiling, so come out
to a
kind of
point.
like a triangle. But we have a map here, and this is a map that an artisan did. He laid it out on the ground, drew this up. It's a true map. It's from the 1700s, and then he applied it to the ceiling.
So he didn't do what Michelangelo did and do it on his back. He did it on the floor, probably on his knees, and then it was applied.
You're right. And then he did a lot of faux painting and extra accents around it.
Wow, very beautiful.
Sienna Reserve in southwest Allen County off of Illinois and Hamilton Roads has the perfect pond lots for your estate homes.
You know, Elizabeth, I don't know about you, but I'd really much rather stay here than watch all that basketball.
I agree. This is beautiful.
It is. You want some cheese?
What do you think? Will this work?
Perfect.
All right, let me see your glass here real quick.
Okay, let's try some of this here.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Kayla.
Okay. Got one more piece for Elizabeth here.
For you. And
Thank
all
you.
right, thank
Now,
you.
Elizabeth, this has to be one of my favorite rooms. It is so gorgeous. There's a great theme, and I don't know if anyone's really seen it around here, but it's so popular around the country.
Themed rooms are very popular, and this is a Tuscan room, but I really feel like I'm in Napa Valley.
You know, the Napa theme is great, the wine grotto areas, it is so awesome. And what did we do to accent in here?
Probably the best feature of this room is the ceiling. As we're talking about ceilings today, I don't think anything beats this.
Definitely not. We have the stained glass inlay in half of the coffers. We lit that. I mean, can you just see, you see all the detail with the leaves and the grapes, and it really sets this whole room off.
It's beautiful. Now the perimeter coffer is made of wood. What wood species is this?
This one is popular, but it gives such a rich look. It almost looks like a walnut even.
Lots of talking points with this ceiling.
There are, and then the wall behind me is a mural done by a local artist here. And if you don't have a local artist, another great idea, they actually have muraled wallpaper for accent walls, and it's gorgeous.
What I love about this is you can really customize it so the artist can talk to you, get to know you, and maybe add a few things in it that pertain to you yourself.
It definitely does. It's a way to make one room in your house the absolute focal point of everything else.
Love this Granite Ridge wine that we have. One thing that's becoming more and more popular in a lot of the different homes that we're using is actually wine cellars. In our next step, our innovation home out on Flutter Road, we've got a beautiful 14-foot long wine cellar that is actually decorated with wine bottles as lights. This is an interesting way that you can really dress up your home. This room is about a 4x5 room, and the ceiling in this is really neat. They just took an accent piece, applied it up to the ceiling, and it changed the entire look. I'm gonna go have a glass.
Now when it comes to ceilings, this is our last segment and we have the biggest surprise here in this room. We have done tile on the floors, the walls, and the ceiling.
Exactly. Now this one here has a mix of travertine and marble, and on the ceiling we have a 2x2 mosaic. It's something that you want to see.
And you even have done a crown molding that's tile.
It is. So there's so many different pieces and parts that tile can come in, especially the travertine and natural products. You can do crown moldings, chair rails, accents, and if you see here, we've mixed them all. Even around the shower, you have a rope liner and all sorts of different accents to really pull this room together.
I actually love the detail that you did in the floor here too.
We did. So we made it kind of emulate a river rock sort of a pattern. It's very natural and earth tone, and it really sets this whole room off. Even the countertops are tile.
Pure luxury. I guess game's on.
All right.
Let's go.
If you're looking for Northwest Allen County Schools, look no further. Brownstone Manor is located off of Old 3, just north of Schoaf Road.
Man, this game is a lot closer than I thought it would be.
I'm gonna drink with them, please.
No, drinks are gone, guys. I'm done.
How about some popcorn, Danny?
No, I have no more popcorn.
We're out. Can we get some more pizza?
No, the pizza's gone.
Tony, you're out of toilet paper.
Oh, you need a plunger. I don't know. Anyway, hey, thanks for joining us today. This has been exciting. It's an exciting time of the year. It's spring. It's March. A lot of exciting things going on. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed our discussion about what's up as it relates to new homes.
And if you'd like to know a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and how we do what we do so well, do us a favor and check out the website. Give us a call at the number at the bottom of the screen, or better yet, just come on through the front door. We'd love to meet you. Love to say hello.
Okay, guys, the pizza's gone. I'm done. No more popcorn. That game's half over, but we're done. Everybody go home. You've been here for 2.5 weeks now.
I put $3 in the kitty. I thought that bought me at least a month. $3? I had to put $5. Hey, by the way, Tony, how'd you get the moose up on the ceiling? All right. I think we got these guys. Come on. I get him. Oh!